Hi Sloths, and welcome to an update video. Now, I have been gone for just over a week. You probably haven't noticed because I have managed to get things done in advance, and then some, for once. I'm quite proud of myself on that one, so yay. So yeah, I've been gone for about a week. I went to visit Granny Sloth, who lives in a different part of the country, and yeah, it was, I wouldn't say relaxing, but it was definitely like a de-stress kind of experience. Apart from getting there and coming back. I don't want to see another train ever again at this point. It was a nightmare. I mean, getting there wasn't as bad as usual, but coming back was like terrible experience. I don't like trains. It's not good for my anxiety. It really isn't. Anyway, I didn't come here to talk about trains. I came here to talk about some exciting, interesting, and fun updates, or news, I guess you could say, about my channel, about me, about my hobbies. I don't even know what you want to call this thing at this point, but yes, the first thing I want to talk about is quite exciting. So, every sort of month or so, I kind of ask Dino to do cover art for my Wattpad stories, and he has this time done the one for It Feasts at Night. It should be somewhere on screen right about now. I don't know how long it's going to be up there for, but yes. It Feasts at Night is basically a creepypasta story that I made a long time ago. Basically about Drowsy kind of coming to life, coming out of a Pokemon game, and basically eating the dreams of the people who were playing the game, or, well, the person who was playing the game and his girlfriend, I guess. So yes, that's basically what that is about. I decided to do that because it was... Drowsy is always, like, overshadowed by Hypno, and as much as I love Hypno, I thought that Drowsy deserved its own little creepypasta for once. That is that. I really like the art. I did the text, by the way. Dino did the rest of the art, so just, I know the text is a little bit different than usual, but yes. Okay, so moving on from that, also thank you, Dino. If I haven't said that enough, I'd say that so much. Dino is amazing, he's brilliant. He will be in the description of this video, so you can go and check his stuff out. He's brilliant. He does art, he sings, he games, he's just, great. He's a great friend. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of art, so I think a lot of you know that I do pixel art. A lot. Quite a lot. In fact, it's been one of the main it's been a sort of a series on my channel that I have done, the Nevermon series, as I'm sure a lot of you will know. But yes, I do pixel art, I like pixel art, and recently I have for the past couple of years on and off been thinking about taking commissions. Recently I've been starting to think, you know what, maybe I really should do commissions, so I did some research. I still haven't chosen where I want to go. I'm thinking artistry would be the best for me specifically. I've had a lot of recommendations for other places, and some of the other places are so much harder for me to get into because I just don't have the kind of support that you would need to get into those places. I've already forgotten the names of those places, actually. I can't remember what it was called, specifically. Anyway, so yes, if you have any other recommendations or where you would like to see my art commissions being held, then please let me know. But I'm thinking artistry at the moment. And if you would like to commission me for something, well, you're going to have to wait until I get it set up. But yes, thank you for all the support that I have had from people looking at my artwork over the years. I used to have an Instagram where I would post my art, but essentially I stopped using it. I didn't really like Instagram anyway, and I wasn't really getting any kind of notice on Instagram with my art. So I ultimately decided, I'm probably just going to stop using it. And I did for a long time, and then I ended up just straight up deleting it because I stopped using it for, I think I stopped using it for at least over a year, maybe 2 years. But yeah, I don't have any plans on doing Instagram again, but some people have been talking to me about potentially posting my artwork onto Blue Sky, which is like Twitter but not Twitter. I don't know. I'm very hesitant when it comes to social media for personal reasons. But who knows, maybe in the future I will. If you really want me to make a Blue Sky and start posting my artwork and stuff on there, please let me know in the comments below. And speaking of doing things on the internet, the next one is also going to be a similar sort of thing, but without money involved and not artwork. In fact, this is to do with food. Yes, food. So, I think some of you know, especially on my Discord server, those who are on there, you will probably know that I am currently working on my own recipe book. I have been cooking for like 10 years now, and I just love food. I love cooking. And one thing I've just sort of never really thought to do was post recipes online. Yeah, no idea why I never thought of this before, but I once again have no idea where I would be best posting my recipes. Of course, I don't know if I'm going to be posting the recipes specifically from my recipe book, or if I'm going to be posting other recipes that I've made along the past 10 years or recently or anything like that. But yes, I think I have a few places in mind, but if you would like to see my recipes on whatever it is that you are using, please let me know. Maybe I can come to some sort of understanding as to how to post my stuff on there, or on anywhere, because I don't know at this point. I've not done as much research as I wanted to, because as soon as I got back, I was distracted by a million other things. So yes, if you have any ideas on where I should be posting my recipes, please let me know. I don't think I'm gonna get onto something like BBC Good Food or anywhere that requires like seriously high standards, because I don't have much of a presence online, especially in terms of my recipes and food. I'm not a cooking channel, so I don't know if I'll even get any kind of notice from anywhere like that. So, yes, okay. So, the last thing I want to talk about is actually a new side series. Yes, so every now and then I'll do a side series on my channel. The last one I did was Vault Assault, I believe. I've also done, like, the online mode, I guess, of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And I've also done things like Descending Hope. What is it called? What did I do? I can't remember names of games. My brain. It's so funny. You put me on the spot and I forget everything. So yes, Biped, Delivering Hope. That's the one that I did. Those are some of the more recent ones that I've done. I've done others like I did the Pixel SMP. I did some kind of Sunset. Well, Sunset SMP, I didn't do it. I think I did one video on. But yes, plenty of SMPs, plenty of stuff I've done. And yes, it's not going to be Cobblemon, it's not going to be Pixelmon, but yes, I'm doing another SMP. This one is not made by me, it's made by a friend of mine, and they are a fun YouTuber called Cyana. And if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I do apologise, please correct me if I am wrong in the pronunciation of your name. So, yes. Basically, this SMP is going to be called the Wild SMP. I believe it is starting this weekend as of posting this video. This should be up on Thursday, and I believe they said Saturday or Sunday, so we'll see. Don't quote me on that though, because I could be wrong, it could be next week. But if it is this weekend, then judging by my own schedule, I'm probably not going to be posting until next week on a video on the server, if you get what I mean. Yes. So, basically, the Wild SMP is going to be a sort of small semi-roleplay, semi-not roleplay kind of Minecraft SMP series. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you who's going to be in the series just yet, but let's just say it's most of the usual suspects for this channel. Yes, we'll go with that one. And one other thing, this, like I said, it's going to be sort of like a roleplay kind of thing, although I don't think we strictly have to be in character all the time, I'm just gonna say. So, when I'm with you guys, when I'm just on my own, I probably won't be in character as much, or at all, but when I'm with other people, I probably will be. So, we'll just get that out of the way first. So, the Wild SMP, how is it going to work? Well, basically, it is going to be based on the Origins mod. So, if you don't know, because I didn't know anything about this until we spoke about it, the Origins mod is well, there's multiple Origins mods, and I don't think they're all made by the same person, so the Origins mods, I guess, with an extra S. In fact, just add like 4 or 5 extra S's onto the word mod there, and just be like mods. Yeah. So, the Origins mods, they are basically a bunch of mods that have different like species or races that you can choose from, different classes or whatever. And basically you could be like a frog, or a moth, or a fairy, or a toad. Wait, no, not a toad, it's already frog, yes. Anyway, you could be like a ghast, or a blaze, or a human, or I think also a raccoon. There's so many things that we have to choose from, and I don't know if we have all the Origins mods on, or if we just have some of them, or if we just have one. I don't know. But yes, it's going to be super fun. Basically, you choose one and you get different abilities and different debuffs and buffs based on what you choose. Like, a frog can jump super high, but I think also some of the species that you can choose from basically make your player model smaller, which is kind of cool. Like, I think the raccoon or kobold one, yep, that makes you smaller. There's like an inchling, I think, which makes you like really small. And then there's I think the moth also makes you small, but I think it gives you the ability to like fly. I know there's some of them that give you the ability to fly, and I believe there's also different items that you can get which can actually change what race you are, which is kind of fun and interesting, which gives you the ability to try out new things. And, you know, that could lead into some really cool story moments. So the basis of this SMP is that it's going to be story driven, and it's going to be more slow paced than the ones that we usually do. And by story driven, I just mean that the entire point is to make our own stories, our own lore, that kind of thing. It's something that we all love doing in SMPs, making our own little stories, making our own little backstories and lore and things that happen and events. Yeah. I'm not going to spoil which species I'm going to be. One of the things that we did, well, it wasn't required, but it was sort of an interesting thing that we could do, is to be as close to our online presence as possible. So for me, that would have been a sloth. Unfortunately, there's no sloth. I am so disappointed that there is no sloth in any Origins mod. None at all, ever. Why? Why? Do you know how cool sloths are? Look at me, I'm adorable, I'm cool, I'm fun, yay! Yeah, anyway, so yeah, there's no sloth, so I had to choose something a little bit different, and I think it works so well for me. Unfortunately, I will say that what I have chosen is basically Super Happy Fun Time Hard as Shit mode on a stick. Honestly, we're going to be struggling from the first 10 seconds. That's how stupid I am when it came to choosing what I wanted to be. I was like, this is like me to a T, this is perfect for me. Unfortunately, I'm going to struggle so much. It's gonna be fun. It really is. I'm actually quite excited for this one. So with all this being said, please like and subscribe. It's always free, and I'll see you later.